Didj. Connect. Create your own Digi. Download. Didj. Make it your game. Connect. Download JetPack Heroes. JetPack Heroes. Connect. Create your own Digi. Download. Didj. Make it your game. Connect to your computer to get your included game, JetPack Heroes. Download JetPack Heroes now to play. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, Z, Z. If the thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones columns are added together,
a 4-digit number is formed. 70 plus 9 is 0, 1, 2, 3. 3D shapes have different numbers of flat faces. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 110, 120, 121, 132, 144. A circle. A circle has one curved side. A circle is a round shape with no corners and no straight sides. A circle is round. A cone is a 3D shape. A cone is a three-dimensional shape with two faces. A contraction makes two words like could and not into one word. A cube has 8 corners. A cube has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A cube is a 3D shape. A cube is a three-dimensional shape. A cylinder is a 3D shape with add an apostrophe and an S to the word friend. Adding the prefix, adding the suffix, add the numbers in the ones place, add the numbers in the tens place. Adjective, adverb, a final syllable with the sound. A hexagon, a hexagonal pyramid. All of these are hexagons. All of these are pentagons. Always begins with a capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark. An adverb tells where, when, or how an action happened. And add letters and a pentagon. And a pyramid with a rectangle base is and dear, precious, and depth, and 8 corners, and 8 ones, and 5 corners, and 5 faces in all, and 5 ones, and 4 corners, and 4 equal sides, and 4 faces in all, and hexagonal prisms, and if the base is a hexagon, it is, and its base is usually a circle, and its faces are triangles, and 9 ones, and 1 curved face, and 1 flat face for its base, and 7 ones, and 6 corners, and spheres, and the letters, and this ball, and this bicycle wheel, and this envelope, and this picture frame, and this refrigerator, and 3 corners, and this book is in the shape of a rectangle, and this shape has sides that cross, and 2 ones, and width. An equilateral triangle is a triangle. An isosceles triangle is a triangle. Any number multiplied by 0 is 0. A parallelogram. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral because it has a pentagon, a pentagonal pyramid. A polygon is a closed 2D shape with sides that do not cross each other. A pyramid is a 3D shape. A pyramid is a three-dimensional shape. A pyramid is identified by the shape of its base. A pyramid with a square base is called a quadrilateral. Is any shape with 4 sides and 4 corners. Are both circles. Are both rectangular prisms. Are both spheres. Are both in the shape of a square. Are both in the shape of rectangles. A rectangle. A rectangular prism. A rectangular prism also has 6 faces. A rectangular prism is a 3D shape. A rectangular pyramid. Are going swimming. Are in, are shaded. The fraction is, are shapes that have length, are the same length, are used with different types of sentences. Are you sure you want to change back to the original screen settings? As in boulder. And is sometimes spelled with the letters as in bull, and is sometimes spelled with the letters as in bloom, sometimes spelled with the letters as in blue, and sometimes spelled with the letters as in brought, sometimes spelled with the letters as in busy, and is sometimes spelled with the letters as in busy, and is sometimes spelled with the letters. A scalene triangle is a triangle as in couple, and is sometimes spelled with the letter as in care, and is sometimes spelled with the letters as in cow, and is sometimes spelled with the letters as in door, and sometimes spelled with the letters as in enough, and is sometimes spelled with the letters a set is a group of objects or shapes, as in field, and is sometimes spelled with the letters as in fear, and sometimes spelled with the letters as in fear, and sometimes spelled with the letters as in her, and is sometimes spelled with the letters as in her, sometimes spelled with the letters as in hurt, sometimes spelled with the letters as in about, as in add, in, and buzz, as in awful, as in back, or as in bacon, or spider, as in bake, as in bake, as in baking, as in batted, as in batting, as in book, as in bottom, or as in boy, as in built, as in bunnies, as in button, as in cat, or as in ceiling, as in center, as in chair, as in cheered, as in cheering, as in dough, as in elephant, as in equal, as in evil, or as in final, or as in for, as in fourth, as in friend, as in fur, sometimes with the letters as in fur, sometimes with the letters as in high, as in human, as in jungle, as in kite, as in knowledge, as in laugh, as in lazy, and lazier, as in lazy, and laziest, as in limit or solid, as in loud, as in mad and madder, as in mad and maddest, as in muffin, sometimes with the letters as in model, as in monkey, as in napkin, or as in nothing, as in offend and upon, as in ouch, as in pistol, as in problem, as in puff, pass, and pill, as in salt, as in sauce, as in sips, as in sixes, as in small and smaller, as in steer, as in stiff and still, as in sudden, as in sugar, as in tennis or supper, as in true, as in visitor, or as in way, as in word, as in your, as in loss, and is sometimes spelled with the letter as in muddy, and is sometimes spelled with the letters as in obey, and is sometimes spelled with the letters as in oil, and is sometimes spelled with the letters as in or, sometimes spelled with the letters. A sphere has no edges, no corners, and no flat faces. A sphere has no flat faces and no corners. A sphere has one curved face that covers the whole shape. A sphere is a round 3D shape. A sphere is a round 3D shape with no flat faces and one curved face that covers the whole shape. A sphere is a round three-dimensional shape with no base and one curved face that covers the whole shape. A sphere is a round three-dimensional shape with no base. A sphere is a three-dimensional shape with one curved face that covers the whole shape, as in parent, sometimes spelled with the letters. A square. A square is a special kind of rectangle. A square pyramid, as in ready, and is sometimes spelled with the letters as in ready, and is sometimes spelled with the letters as in skirt, and is sometimes spelled with the letters as in sold, sometimes spelled with the letters as in snore, sometimes spelled with the letters as in saw, and is sometimes spelled with the letters as in vain, sometimes spelled with the letters as in want, and is sometimes spelled with the letters as in warm, and is sometimes spelled with the letters at the end, means it is a telling sentence. The tree is growing. At the end of the word shows that the letter a triangle has three sides. A triangle is a polygon. A triangular prism has 5 faces. A triangular pyramid has a triangle for a base. At the beginning of many words, the sound at the beginning stand for the sound at the end of many words. The sound at the end shows that the first letter at the end shows that the letter Australia. A word is a because its base is a triangle, because its left and right sides will meet. Because a square has 4 sides, square pyramids have 4 triangular faces because 2 of its sides will meet. Big bike is broken, both of which are quadrilaterals, but the word dog is a Canada, can replace Megan and I, can replace the pencil, can replace nouns, and comes after the verb or action word in a sentence, can stand for more than one person, place, or thing, can stand for one single person, place, or thing, can take the place of the subject of a sentence. Change screen settings. Choose this flag for common noun, complete predicate, complete sentence, complete subject. Cones can be tall or short, wide or thin. Continue the pattern to find the answer. Corners are the places where two sides meet. Count all of the blocks to find the answer. Count all of the circles to find the answer. Count by eights, count by eights, count by fives, count by fives, count by fours, count by fours, count by nines, count by nines, count by sevens, count by sevens, count by sixes, count by sixes, count by threes, count by threes, count by twos, count by twos, count 8 more, count 5 more, count 4 more, count in eights, count in fives, count in fours, count in nines, count in sevens, count in sixes, count in threes, count in twos, count 9 more, count 1 more, count the red circles to find the answer. Count the remaining blocks in the ones place. Count the remaining blocks in the ones place. Count the remaining blocks in the tens place. Count 7 more, count 6 more, count 3 more, count 2 more. Cubes, cylinders can be tall or short, wide or thin. Danny is fast. Danny runs quickly. Describes a verb or action word. Describes how Danny runs. Describes how the water flowed. Describes a noun, person, place, or thing, and describes where they are building. Different shapes have different numbers of sides and corners. Different three-dimensional shapes have different numbers of faces and corners. Different types of punctuation are used with different types of sentences. Divided by, divide the whole into, do you want to continue? Drinks sodas at lunch. Each part is equal to, each part is 1/7 of the whole. Each part is 1/6 of the whole. Eats grass. 8/8, 8/11, 8/11. 8 equal parts. 8 equal parts is 8/9, 8/9. 8s. 8/10, 8/10. 8/12, 8/12. 11/11. 11 equal parts. 11 equal parts. 11 equal parts is 11. 11/12, 11/12. Emily, enter your name. Equal parts. Equal parts is equal parts are shaded. The shaded fraction is equal parts are shaded. The fraction is equals how many groups? Equals what? Equal to 79. Equal to 25. Equal to 2,437. Eric and Mark like skateboarding even when they rotate. Every sentence has a everywhere exclamation point. Fast. 57 is greater than 32. 57 is larger than 32. Because it has 5 tens. 52 has 5 tens. Find the flag for your country. 5 5/8, 5/8. 5/11, 5/11. 5 equal parts. 5 equal parts. 5 equal parts is 5/5, 5/9, 5/9. 5 5/7, 5/7. 5/6, 5/6. 5/10, 5/10. 5/10, 5/10. 5/12, 5/12. For example, a cube has a for example. In the sentence, for example, add an apostrophe to the word cats. For example, this shape is a cube. For example, to spell magnet, you'd sound out the letters 4, 4/8, 4/8, 4/11, 4/11. 4 equal parts. 4 equal parts. 4 equal parts is 4/5, 4/5. 4/4, 400, 400. 4/9, 4/9. 4s, 4/7. 4 sides. 4/6, 4/6. 4/10, 4/10. 4/12, 4/12. Friend, friends. From future tense verbs, George, Gina. Groups of. Guest points will not be saved. Has 5 sides. Has 4 corners. Has 4 equal sides. Has 4 sides. Has 6 faces. Has 6 sides. Has 3 sides. Has 2 identical rectangles for bases. Have identical hexagons for bases. Have identical pentagons for bases. He, his can replace Greg's. However, some 3D shapes, such as a sphere, have faces that are curved. How many blocks are left? How many 8s are in? How many 11s are in? How many 5s are in? How many 4s are in? How many 9s are in? How many 1s are in? How many red circles are left? How many 7s are in? How many 6s are in? How many 10s are in? How many 3s are in? How many 12s are in? How many 2s are in? If a pyramid has a triangle base, if the hundreds, tens, and ones columns are added together, a 3-digit number is formed. If a pyramid's base is a pentagon, it is called. If the base of a pyramid is a square, if the tens and ones columns are added together, a 2-digit number is formed. In a word like ear, the letters in a word like mope, the letter in a word like mop, the letter in a word like oak, the letters in a word like Pete, the letter in a word like pet, the letter in a word like pine, the letter in a word like pin, the letter in a word like ray, the letters in a word like row, the letters in a word like sky, the letter in a word like tape, the letter in a word like tap, the letter in a word like tube, the letter in a word like tube, the letter in a word like tub, the letter in a word like way, the letters in a word like back, the letters in a word like black, the letters in a word like brave, the letters in a word like chore, the letters in a word like cheat, the letters in a word like clap, the letters in a word like cream, the letters in a word like drum, the letters in a word like feed, the letters in a word like flap, the letters in a word like frog, the letters in a word like gleam, the letters in a word like grab, the letters in a word like lift, the letters in a word like limp, the letters in a word like list, the letters in a word like mask, the letters in a word like mast, the letters in a word like mother, the letters in a word like plum, the letters in a word like rail, the letters in a word like shore, the letters in a word like skin, the letters in a word like sled, the letters in a word like slot, the letters in a word like send, the letters in a word like snag, the letters in a word like sang, the letters in a word like scent, the letters in a word like spin, the letters in a word like steam, the letters in a word like stroke, the letters in a word like storm, the letters in a word like star, the letters in a word like sweet, the letters in a word like teacher, the letters in a word like there, the letters in a word like throat, the letters in a word like tank, the letters in a word like trim, the letters in a word like trap, the letters in a word like which, the letters in a word like where, the letters in a word like wheat, the letters in a word like worship, the letters in a word like wish, the letters in a word like with, the letters in a word like wait. The letters includes all the words that tell what the subject is or does in lamb, in listen. And the letter in the ones place, in the sentence, in the tens place, in the sentence, my friend is from Ohio, in the sentence, the cow eats grass, in the sentence, that is a big book, in the sentence, we eat pizza for lunch, into groups of, is a common noun, is the adjective, because it describes the book, is the adverb, because it describes the action word, is an action word, is an adjective, because it describes, is a person, place, or thing, is a special kind of rectangle, is a word that can take the place of a noun, is the complete predicate, because it tells what the subject is or does, is the complete subject, because the sentence is about them, is equal to 258, is the future tense verb, because you will go to the park in the future, is the most important word in the subject, is the predicate, because it tells something about the cow, is the predicate, because it tells what the subject is or does, is the present tense verb, because it tells the action that is happening now, is the past tense verb, because Sadie lived in Hawaii in the past, is the subject, because the sentence is about the cow, is the simple predicate, because it is the most important word in the predicate, is the simple subject, because it is the most important word in the subject, is sometimes spelled with the letter, is sometimes spelled with the letter, is sometimes spelled with the letters, is sometimes spelled with the letters, is spelled with the letter, is spelled with the letters, is the complete predicate, and is the complete subject, and is the predicate, is the subject. Is this information correct? Is this okay? Is the verb, and is the most important word in the predicate, is a verb, because it is the action word that tells what is happening, is the word or group of words that tells what the sentence is about. It also may be spelled, it has a point on one end, it has a point that connects to the base, it has both a subject and a predicate, it has one curved side and no corners. It is called a triangular pyramid. Its opposite sides are the same length and are parallel. It tells what is happening. It tells the color, size, shape, smell, or feel of a noun. Jolly and giant are tricky words. Length, let's start here. Like popcorn, like skateboarding, like sunshine. Lived, lives in a house, lives next door. Look at this example loudly. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, Z. Make sure the cable is connected properly and try again. Many equations can be written in two different ways. Many words change their meaning to more than one. by adding maybe spelled meaning moisture and do meaning moisture and do meaning ode means it is an asking sentence. What is your name? Means it is a sentence with strong feeling. Watch out for the dog. Megan and I, Mimi drinks sodas at lunch. Minus. Most but not all 3D shapes can be identified by the shape of their base. My favorite show. My favorite show is on. My, yours, his, its, our, and their are all possessive pronouns. Names a particular person. Names a certain person, place, or thing, and always begins with an uppercase letter. Natalie and Nick, 9/11, 9 equal parts, 9 equal parts. 9 equal parts is 9/9, 9/10, 9/10, 9/12, 9/12. Noun, object pronoun of different wholes. Often, a schwa sound at the beginning of a word is spelled of the set of the whole. Ohio, 1 curved face, 1/8, 1/8, 1/11, 1/11, 1/5, 1/5, 1/5, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/2, 1/2, 1/9, 1/9, one of the ones, 1/7, 1/7, 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, 1/10, 1/10, 1/3, 1/3, 1/12, 1/12, 1/12 of the whole, one whole, or create a new one, or parallelograms, or thing. Thanksgiving, and always begins with a capital letter, or triangles. Other past tense verbs, pentagonal prisms, period, place, play as a guest, play frisbee, please enter a new name, please try again, plural. Add the letters, plural pronoun, plus, pool, possessive noun, possessive pronouns, predicate, or action part, present tense verbs. Press any button to exit. Press the A button to select this country. Press the A button to make a selection. Press the B button to exit. Press the B button to go back. Prisms are three-dimensional shapes that can be identified by their bases. Pronoun, proper noun, punctuation, put that number here. Pyramids can be tall or short, wide or thin. Question mark, quickly. Rectangles can be tall or short, wide or thin. Rectangles, squares, rectangular prisms can be tall or short, wide or thin. Ridge and genius are tricky words. Robert borrowed it. Robert borrowed the pencil. Runs fast. Runs fast is the predicate. Sadie lived in Hawaii. Select a background theme. Select a game. Select the screen contrast level. Select your age. Select your name. 7, 7/8, 7/8, 7/11, 7/11, 7 equal parts, 7 equal parts. 7 equal parts is 7/9, 7/9, 7/1, 7, 7/7, 7/10, 7/10, 7/12, 7/12. Share the computer. She can replace Emily because Emily is one person. Show, shutting down. Sides that are parallel never meet, even when extended. Silly and city, along with gas and dance, are tricky words. Simple predicate, simple subject, singular pronoun, singular possessive noun. Sit, 6 of the, 6/8, 6/8, 6/11, 6/11, 6 equal parts, 6 equal parts. 6 equal parts is 6's, 6 faces, 6/9, 6/9, 6/7, 6/7, 6/6, 6/10, 6/10, 6/12, 6/12. Smoothly. Air, a, r, a, bl, br, ch, cl, dis, e, f, full, j, gr, I, j, cool, less, li, meant, miss, ness, aw, oi, o, or, ow, pre, re, sl, sn, sp, str, sw, thr, u, un, v, wx, y, z. So is a square. Some have more spelling changes, as in tooth and teeth, woman and women, and mouse and mice. Sometimes it is spelled. Sometimes words that sound the same have different spellings, as do. Sometimes words that sound the same have different spellings, as do. Sometimes words that sound the same have different spellings, as with deer the animal. Some words have a long sound followed by a single consonant in the first syllable. Some words have short vowels in both syllables, with only one consonant between the vowels. Some words have silent letters, such as the letter. Some words, such as the, was, said, and one, have unusual spellings. Square base, squared corners, squares, squares, and rectangles are special kinds of parallelograms that have squealed, stands for the sound, starts with a capital letter, start with the number, subject pronoun. Subtract the numbers in the ones place. Subtract the numbers in the tens place. Subtract the ones and subtract the tens to find the answer. Sue and Bob take away, take the place of nouns and show ownership. Tell about action that happened in the past. Tell about action that is happening now. Tell about action that will happen in the future. Tells something about a noun. Tells who or what owns something. 10 11ths, 10 equal parts, 10 equal parts. 10 equal parts is tens. 10 tenths, 10 twelfths, 10 twelfths. That means a square's sides are all the same. That means they never meet. Like railroad tracks. That means they're all the same. That number goes here to complete the answer. That tells something about the subject. The adverb, the apostrophe, stands for the missing letter, as in couldn't. The base is usually a circle. The base of a cone is usually. The base of a cube is a square. The brakes squealed loudly. The base of a rectangular prism is a rectangle. The batteries are too low to continue with this download. The circles are the same size. The dog runs fast is a complete sentence. The dog is the subject. The dog runs fast is the equal sign is used when two numbers are equal. The faces of a prism can be. The greater than symbol is used to show which number has greater value. The larger part of the symbol is next to the larger number. The less than symbol is used to show which number has less value. The name Sparky is the next letter in the word is, then it is called a square pyramid. The number 258 has, the number 2437 has, the name you have entered already exists. Then press the A button. The number 25 has the opposite sides of a rectangle. The opposite sides of a rectangle are the same length. The pronoun he can replace George. The pronoun they can replace Natalie and Nick. There are many different kinds of 3D shapes. There are many different kinds of three-dimensional shapes. There are many types of polygons. There was a connection error. There was a problem with the download. The subject is what the sentence is about. The sides can all be the same or different lengths. The sides of most shapes are straight lines. These are all rectangular prisms. These are all cones. These are all cubes. These are all cylinders. These are all prisms. These are all pyramids. These are all rectangles. These are all spheres. These are all triangles. These are object pronouns. Me, you, him, her, it, us, and them. These are subject pronouns. I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. These blocks are cubes. These hats are both cones. These shapes are not closed. These shapes are all parallelograms. These shapes are also all polygons. These shapes are not polygons. These words are nouns. Teacher, boy, city, house, dog, and apple. These words must be memorized. The sails on this boat are in the shape of triangles. The smaller part of the symbol is next to the smaller number. The sound the starts with a capital letter. The two circles are the same size. They are building new homes everywhere. They are not parallel. They are still cones. They are still cubes. They are still cylinders. They are still hexagons. They are still pentagons. They are still pyramids. They are still rectangles. They are still triangles. They are still rectangular prisms. They must be memorized. They replaces Sue and Bob, because Sue and Bob are more than one person. 32 is smaller than 57 because 32 has 3 tens. This book, this brick, this can is in the shape of a cylinder. This coin, this globe, this is a triangle. This is still a square, even when it rotates. This picture frame is a square. This prism is called a triangular prism. This shape is a rectangular prism. This shape is not a parallelogram. This slice of pizza is an isosceles triangle. This sail is an equilateral triangle. This sail is a scalene triangle. This table has 7 tens. This table has 2 hundreds. This table has 2 thousands. This window, this word has 2 syllables. 3 three-dimensional or 3D shapes such as 3/8, 3/8, 3/8, 3/11, 3/11, 3 equal parts, 3 equal parts, 3 equal parts is 3 faces in all. 3/5, 3/5, 3/4, 3/4, 3/9, 3/9, 3 3/7, 3/7, 3/6, 3/6, 3/10, 3/10, 3/10, and 3/10, 3/10, 3/3, 3/12, 3/12 times to add letters to the base word and double the final consonant to the base word, as in small and smallest. To change words like bake to past tense, change the letter. To change words like bat to past tense, double the final consonant, then add the letters to find the answer. To find how many groups there are. To letters. To make words that end in. To make a fraction, start with one whole. To make most words plural, add the letter. To make the cars belong to the group of men. To make the toys belong to the group of cats. To make words like this plural, change the letter. To show comparison of three things, add letters. To show comparison of three things, add letters. To show comparison of two things, add letters. To show that something happened in the past, add the letters. To show that something is still happening, add the letters to the base word and change the letter to the base word. To turn friend into a possessive noun, as in the sentence, to a word such as care, changes the meaning to without care, as in careless. To a word such as happy, changes the meaning to not happy, as in unhappy. To a word such as heat, changes the meaning to heat before, as in preheat. To a word such as joy, changes the meaning to full of joy, as in joyful. To a word such as kind, changes the meaning to a kind state or condition, as in kindness. To a word such as move, changes the meaning to action or result of moving, as in movement. To a word such as obey, changes the meaning to not obey, as in disobey. To a word such as pay, means back, as in repay. To a word such as read, means to do something again, as in reread. To a word such as sudden, changes the meaning to in a sudden manner, as in suddenly. To a word such as spell, changes the meaning to spell wrong, as in misspell. To words like bake, drop the letter. To words like bat, double the final consonant, then add the letters. Triangular faces. Try sounding out each syllable. 12, 12 equal parts, 12 equal parts. 12 equal parts is 12s. 12 twelfths. 20 plus 5 is 2. Two-dimensional shapes are flat shapes, such as 2/8, 2/8, 2/11, 2/11. 2 equal parts. 2 equal parts. 2 equal parts is 2/5, 2/5. 2 flat faces. 2/4, 2/4. 2 halves. 200 plus 50 plus 8, 200, 2/9, 2/9, 2, 2/7, 2/7, 2/6, 2/6, 2/10, 2/10, 2/10, 2/3, 2/3, 2,000, 2,000 plus 400 plus 30 plus 7 is 2/12, 2/12. Two words may combine to form a new word. United Kingdom, United States of America. Verb. Water flowed smoothly over the rocks. We play frisbee. We sit together. We swam in Greg's pool. We say that 32 equals 32. When a set is divided into when it is a person, place, or thing that does not have its own name. When the noun is plural and ends with an S, add an apostrophe. When the noun is plural without an S, add an apostrophe S. When a word has a short vowel sound in the first syllable, the consonant after the vowel is often doubled. When words end in a double letter, the two letters stand for only one sound. When you join faces together, you get a three-dimensional shape. When you multiply any number by 1, your answer is that same number. Where all 4 sides are equal. Where 2 of the sides are the same length, but the third is not. Which has 4 faces, which is one whole. Whose opposite sides are parallel to each other. Whose sides are all the same length. With a point that connects to its base by. With 6 square faces. With 6 faces that are all rectangles. Words like he, she, it, and I are singular pronouns. Words like he, she, it, they, and me are pronouns. Words like they, them, we, and us are plural pronouns. You add an apostrophe S to the end of the noun. You are going to the park tomorrow. You need to memorize words like these. Your answer will be the number of tens and the number of ones that are left. Your answer will be the number of tens and the number of ones.